This is Chanel Bunger with the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast, and today I'm excited to speak with Rick Kes of RSM, who joins us weekly to share an update on economic trends he's keeping an eye on. Rick, thank you as always for joining me. Why don't you take it away and tell us about some of the things that you're seeing out there?
Yeah, well, thank you. Obviously it's the start of 2024. Lots of exciting things will happen this year. We'll have a presidential election. We'll have other important elections throughout the country, depending on where you are. So, I think today, is the day Iowa will vote in the caucuses, which will obviously be interesting to a lot of people. So I think, given being an election year, it adds a new component to kind of what we monitor from a trends perspective. Obviously interest rates, jobs, inflation are kind of the three key items that we monitor from an economist perspective. But then you add in a presidential election, it adds another layer to that component. Obviously, people will take that information and use it to, formulate what it means for their business. Could be good, could be bad. It's hard to know. Every business, interacts with the federal government in different ways. So that will be, kind of what we continue to monitor. I think from an overall, perspective on things we can predict and know, I think we are still anticipating interest rates, finding some easing in maybe the middle of 2024. So I know a lot of our clients are kind of anticipating that and hoping for that, which will obviously be a good tailwind for our private equity clients that are looking to make acquisition using a fair amount of debt to finance the transaction. Jobs continue to be, I'd say, probably positive in that, we're seeing job growth, we're seeing some stabilization on wage increases. And, we did see a slight tick up in December on inflation data, but I think some of that could just be holiday spending and other kind of one-time anomalies that are affecting that particular data point. So, I hope to see that, maybe January and February, we continue to see inflation trending in the direction that we would hope, closer and closer to that kind of 2% goal that the Fed has outlined in their overall mandate. So overall, I continue to be hopefully optimistic on 2024 that, with some interest rate easing, inflation being relatively predictable, hopefully, that, we'll continue to see private equity, companies being able to do transactions that they want to do, put some of the dry powder that continues to be on the sideline to work and, continue to grow their portfolios in positive ways. So we're still, I think, overall bullish in 2024 and anticipating a good year.
Got it. Well, Rick, thank you for keeping us updated as always and for joining me today on the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. Thank you.
Thank you.